This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by, please stand by, please stand by. We interrupt our regular programming. This is a global emergency. Important details will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WLIT-FM. We will continue to serve the Chicago area. If you are not in this local area, tune into stations providing news and information for your area. This is the emergency alert system serving the Chicago area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone liner should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt our regular programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WLIT-FM. We will continue furnishing news, official information, and instructions to the Chicago area. If you are not in the Chicago area, you should tune into stations providing news and information for your local area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from this station in your local area. Stand by. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will be speaking shortly.
This message is being authorized and transmitted at the request of myself, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the United States Government, and the North American Aerospace Defense Command, effective as of 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. A global state of emergency has been declared due to a worldwide crisis that is currently taking place. I deeply regret to inform the citizens of the United States, especially on the 4th of July, except for the Central, Mountain, and Pacific Standard Time zones, that a nuclear attack is currently taking place against the United States, and many other countries across the world. At approximately 11:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected the launch of 300 intercontinental ballistic missiles from Russia, France, China, India, the United Kingdom, North Korea, and Iran. These missiles are expected to impact most, if not all, major cities in the United States and other international countries within the next 20 to 30 minutes. The target locations of these nuclear missiles are unknown at this time. Due to this, I'm asking all Americans, no matter where you live, to seek a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks and explosions. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in radiation sickness and death if not treated properly. It will only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread, and can spread for hundreds of miles beyond the impact site. Please take essential supplies for your shelter, such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone, phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, and a radio operated by batteries or hand cranked, that will last you and your family for the duration of this emergency. If you cannot find a fallout shelter, either the National Guard will lead you to one, or seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls. Put as much space between you and the outside world as possible. If you are outside, or in a vehicle, find the nearest open space or ditch, and cover your head with your hands, to protect yourself from flying debris. Make sure your shelter has very little windows, doors, or any entrances to the outside world. Seal all cracks on doors and windows with tape or damp towels to prevent radioactive fallout from entering your shelter. Do not use elevators to find shelter if you are in a hotel, apartment complex, or any high-rise building. You will be trapped inside if the power goes out. Use the stairwells instead. Do not leave your shelter until it is safe to do so, or once told by the proper authorities. If you leave your shelter, you could be exposing yourself to deadly radioactive fallout. My fellow Americans, this is an unprecedented and once-in-a-lifetime crisis that we have never seen before in our country's history. We had threats of nuclear war in the past, especially the Cold War and the Cuban Missile Crisis. Luckily, no nuclear war took place during our exchange and feud with the Soviet Union. However, we are actually experiencing a nuclear attack against the United States, and the missiles are already on their way towards their targets. Everyone should take immediate action now to protect the lives of yourself and others. If you take more action, the more lives that are saved during this crisis. I'm not kidding. Tens of millions, if not even most of the American population are at risk of dying due to this attack. It is almost certain that our country will be completely devastated due to the amount of missiles that are heading towards our country. This should not be taken lightly whatsoever. We will rise up from the ashes and come back stronger than ever as a nation, under God. We will not fall to our enemies, as we are the strongest country in the world. After this attack, we will rebuild everything that was lost due to this situation. We are currently planning to counterattack Russia, France, China, India, the United Kingdom, North Korea, and Iran, as we will not go away without a fight. Thank you for listening to this message, and we wish you the best of luck. Always stay positive and calm during these unprecedented times. God bless America.
That was a message from a representative of the President. We now return to the emergency alert system. This concludes all operations of the emergency alert system. However, normal programming will be suspended indefinitely, or until this crisis has ended. Please stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on the situation. The following message is transmitted at the request from the President, the United States government, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the North American Aerospace Defense Command. This is an update to the emergency action notification message that was issued 25 minutes ago. It has been confirmed that there are now 400 nuclear missiles heading towards the world. The following American cities that are expected to be impacted by one or more of these missiles include New York City, New York, Los Angeles, California, Chicago, Illinois, Houston, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, San Francisco, California, Dallas, Texas, Miami, Florida, New Orleans, Plains, Louisiana, San Diego, California, Austin, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Denver, Colorado, Atlanta, Georgia, San Antonio, Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada, Phoenix, Arizona, Boise, Idaho, Charlotte, North Carolina, Tampa, Florida, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Nashville, Tennessee, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Indianapolis, Indiana, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Detroit, Michigan, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Columbus, Ohio, Honolulu, Hawaii, Kansas City, Missouri, Green Bay, Wisconsin, St. Louis, Missouri, Fort Worth, Texas, Fresno, California, Memphis, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Florida, Baltimore, Maryland, Raleigh, North Carolina, Orlando, Florida, St. Louis, Missouri, Tucson, Arizona, Sacramento, California, Omaha, Nebraska, Wichita, Kansas, Joplin, Missouri, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Cleveland, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Charleston, South Carolina, Salt Lake City, Utah, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Des Moines, Iowa, and Washington, D.C. And the following international cities across the world that are expected to be impacted include Tokyo, Japan, Rome, Italy, Berlin, Germany, Istanbul, Turkey, Amsterdam, Netherlands, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Seoul, South Korea, Mexico City, Mexico, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Madrid, Spain, Barcelona, Spain, Prague, Czech Republic, Vienna, Austria, Lisbon, Portugal, Dublin, Ireland, and Sydney, Australia. This is an attack warning. I repeat, this is an attack warning. Attack warning means that an actual attack against the United States has been detected, and the protective action should be taken. Due to so many missiles that are expected to impact the country, it is almost certain that the United States will be wiped off the face of the earth, and will likely be blanketed by radioactive fallout. Your life is in extreme danger. There is no guarantee that you will survive this event, and your chances of dying to this attack is very significant. There is not much time to seek a fallout shelter due to the missiles already being 5 to 10 minutes away from their targets, so if you are not in a fallout shelter, seek a fallout shelter now. Those who are in your fallout shelters must stay in your fallout shelters at this time. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks and explosions. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in radiation sickness and death, if not treated properly. It will only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread, and can spread for hundreds of miles beyond the impact site. Please take essential supplies for your shelter, such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, and radio operated by batteries or hand-cranked that will last you and your family for the duration of this emergency. Do not evacuate. I repeat, do not evacuate. There is no time to evacuate, and you will likely face certain death if you attempt to do so. Please remain in your present location. The United States has launched a counterattack against the countries of Russia, France, China, India, the United Kingdom, North Korea, and Iran. 50 nuclear missiles have been launched and are expected to hit the following locations: London, United Kingdom, Manchester, United Kingdom, Marseille, France, Lyon, France, Paris, France, Moscow, Russia, Shanghai, China, Beijing, China, Mumbai, India, Bengaluru, India, Chennai, India, Pyongyang, North Korea, Hamhung, North Korea, Changchun, North Korea, Tehran, Iran, and Tabriz, Iran. It is almost certain that most of the globe will be completely devastated, and nuclear fallout will cover most of the planet. But at this time, remain in your present location. Do not leave your fallout shelter. Take cover now. Take cover now.